The Marabunta Grande is a Salvadoran gang in Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. They are heavily involved in drug trafficking and are currently at war with the Mexican gang Varrios Los Aztecas over the drug trade. Weasel News also reported that a recent shootout occurred between the two gangs in the Gran Sonora Desert. Marabunta Grande members can be found in their territory of East Los Santos, specifically El Burro Heights, and have another set in Vespucci Beach. They can also be found hanging out in the LS River, specifically in East Vinewood near Mirror Park, and in Louisiana Mesa, directly east of Northern Rancho where they conduct street racing. Members of the Marabunta Grande can be easily identified by their full-face tattoos and bandanas on their heads. Younger members wear modern urban apparel while the older members dress in more classic cholo-style clothing. Their dominant color is blue. Marabuntas are gangs originating in the USA which expanded to Central American countries such as El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala. They appear to be mainly based on the Mara Salvatrucha, MS-13. The Los Santos Triads, formerly known as the Wei Chang Triad, are a large Chinese crime syndicate in GTA 5 and GTA Online. The Triads are led by Wei Chang, the father of Tao Chang, during the events of GTA 5 in 2013, and by an unnamed Triad boss in 2020, during the events of Gerald's Last Play in GTA Online. They may be influenced by the Black Dragons Triads that are based in Los Angeles. Despite becoming their main enemy later in the game, Trevor never fights the Triads in any of GTA missions. Also, if Trevor sets foot on the Triads' territory, they will not attack him on sight, unlike the Lost MC. As of the After Hours update, the Triad presence has been increased almost all around the map of Los Santos, making situations more dangerous, especially if they are armed with weapons. Additionally, it can also interrupt other free mode missions, increasing their difficulty. The Triad's logo bears an amazing resemblance to the logo of the Mortal Kombat video game franchise, except with the dragon flipped the other way and colored red instead of black. The Los Santos Vagos are a large Mexican street gang appearing in GTA 5. They are said to be the largest Hispanic street gang in Los Santos and are rumored to have connections with some major mafia groups, according to the Underbelly of Paradise TV program. Vagos are supporters of LS Pounders football team. A real-life outlaw motorcycle club called the Vagos exists, operating in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. They could possibly be based on various Sereno street gangs given their unique Mexican gangster style, and also many members have shaved heads similar to Serenos in real life. Their principal interest is drug trafficking, but they have diversified into mid-level distribution, end-user sales and other contraband. Many of the Vagos' upper leaders are currently incarcerated. The Los Santos Vagos are separated into three sets. Northside Vagos controls the north side of Rancho. Original LS Vagos controls the south side of Rancho. They are probably at war with the Ballas. Eastside Vagos controls the Cypress Flats and also the east side of Rancho. The Varrios Los Aztecas, also known as VLA or simply Aztecas, are a relatively small Mexican street gang featured in GTA 5 and GTA Online. Aztecas is Spanish for Aztecs, who were an ancient civilization. Aztecas have some older members that appear to be in their 60s. This indicates the possibility that the Aztecas are a multi-generational gang. This is not uncommon in Los Angeles, as there are Mexican street gangs such as White Fence and Clanton 14 that have been around since the 1940s. Varrios Los Aztecas members can be found in their territory east of Central Los Santos Hospital around Northern Rancho. Aztecas can be easily identified by their light turquoise-colored cholo-style clothing. Even though they dress similarly to some members of the Marabunta Grande, Aztecas do not sport face tattoos unlike their rivals. It is likely that the Aztecas are based on various Chicano gangs such as the Florencia 13, as well as Barrio Nuevo Estrada given their name. Various VLA members reuse models and quotes from Vagos, therefore, they may yell LSV, short for Los Santos Vagos, during combat. The Ballas are a large African-American street gang featured in GTA 5. They mainly operate in the cities of Los Santos and Davis. The Ballas could be based on the Bloods gang in Los Angeles, because they wear hats with P's and B's on them just like the real-life Bloods. The Ballas also have turf on east side of South LS, just like Bloods in real life. In one of the dialogue used by random Ballas members, they mention Big Smoke, the Grove Street family's member and traitor in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Ballas keep their unique highly modified bright purple and gold-colored gang cars in their cul-de-sac in Grove Street. There is one Balla from the OCBG, Original Covenant Balla Gangsters, who has a complexion similar to rapper DJ Quick. He can be seen on GTA 5 website. DJ Quick was a member of the Treetop Pyru Bloods, whom the OCBG VG are based on, hinting more evidence that the Ballas are alluded to the real-life Bloods. In director mode, there is a pedestrian who is listed as the OC Bala boss. However, this pedestrian is actually a family's member. The families hold a bitter rivalry with the neighboring Ballas gang and the Los Santos Vagos gang on the southeast side in Rancho. Their signature green attire mainly comes from the support of the colors of the Los Santos Corkers baseball team and the Feud baseball team. The families are possibly based upon the Crips gang in South Los Angeles, as they control the west side of South LS, just like Crips in real life. They also wear clothing with C's on them. Families have slightly more territory than Ballas. Franklin can buy some families' apparels, tattoos and hairstyles in GTA 5 if the player is using Franklin and travels into family's territory while being pursued by police. Family's gang members may engage in combat with the police. This only occurs with a wanted level of 1 or 2 stars. According to Lamar, during the Mission Hood Safari, Grove Street was formerly family's territory. This conversation only happens if Franklin escapes with Lamar during the mission. Lookalikes of CJ may be seen among Chamberlain gangster members, while Carson Avenue members may bear resemblance to Ryder or Sweet. The Lost Motorcycle Club is an outlaw motorcycle club in the HD universe of the GTA series. The Lost began in 1964 with 8 U.S. Marines who met during the Vietnam War in Hanoi, North Vietnam. After the war ended, they had a continued thirst for drugs and violence. Because of this, they started the club and named it The Lost in honor of all their friends who had been killed in the war. The Lost are based on the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, as referenced by the Lost's bitter rivalry with the Angels of Death, who are in turn based on the Hells Angels. This rivalry parallels the real-life feud between the Outlaws and the Hells Angels. More proof of this is that the Lost motto, "The Almighty forgives, the lost don't," is clearly based on the Outlaws motto, "God forgives, outlaws don't." The Lost Clubhouse resembles the Hells Angels' New York clubhouse. It has matching walls, doors, and its compact design is a match. The Lost MC is first mentioned in GTA 5 in an internet news article of Liberty Tree. The article mentions the civil war that happened in 2008 and that the gang is involved in arms trafficking and the production of methamphetamine in the Alamo Sea. The Armenian mob operate from the Rogers Salvage and Scrap in La Puerta. They can easily be identified with their brown leather jackets, dress suits, gold chains, and thick accents. Simeon Yetarian, a car dealer in Los Santos and employer of Franklin Clinton and Lamar Davis, presumably has connections with them, as they provide him protection, as seen in his random encounter in Grand Theft Auto 5. They are possibly based on the Armenian Power Gang, an Armenian street gang and crime syndicate in Los Angeles. Some of them dress in typical Cholo style, making them even more similar to Armenian Power, as they often mimic the local Sereno gangs in style. This is further mirrored by the fact Armenian Power is allied with the Mexican Mafia. Korean Mob is a South Korean criminal organization based in Los Santos, appearing in Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. They appear as the main group of antagonists of the Los Santos Summer Special Update for Grand Theft Auto Online. They can usually be found on Ginger Street in Little Seoul, usually by the apartment complex across the street from the car wash. They are also found in Blaine County hanging out with the O'Neills. The name Kangpai literally translates into thug in Korean, and usually refers to unorganized street gangs, like the group depicted in-game. Like most gangs, they will become hostile and shoot if the player hangs around too close. The Madrazo Cartel, also known as the Cartel, is a Mexican-American drug cartel that appears in Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. Led by Mexican Martin Madrazo and his family, the gang muscle is mainly made up of young Hispanic men of Guatemalan origin. Gang muscle are seen wearing distinctive Flying Bravo polo shirts of varying colors and designs, usually with numbers on the sleeves. Internal character models are named Pologoon, reflecting their common wardrobe. Higher-up members of the gang do not wear these shirts and sometimes use the same models as the Vagos and the Armenian mob. Like the Aztecas, many of the cartel members reuse the Vagos members' dialogue.